Hello watch fans, this is Anders here on Time and Crown channel. The most romantic of all watch complications, it must be the Moonphase. Following the lunar path with a mechanical movement, it is kind of outdated. It isn't really a very useful complication these days unless you are a very old fisherman. But it is the most beautiful and most romantic complication in my opinion. Before us we have the brand new Frederique Constant Classic Moonphase date. This is a new model introduced in April 2024 but released in October 2024. This is my own personal watch which I bought because I thought it was a beautiful classic looking Moonphase watch. In this video I will give you the full review. If you're interested in seeing my first impressions unboxing of this watch, you can click the link down in the description or up in the right hand corner. Also please do remember to subscribe to my channel, it is a big help. Thank you. As you see, I have the blue version, my own watch here. This is one of 3 new regular versions. You can get a blue, a silver and a green. Then you can also get a white gold and a rose gold. As you see, everything is very much a classic, beautiful dark blue, but with a sunburst effect on the dial. Also the strap is dark blue, a very classic watch. What is new about this watch is that Frederique Constant, they actually upgraded the movement. They took an older movement and they upgraded it. So now we have the FC716, which is an in-house manufacturer movement with 72 hours of power surf. It is of course automatic, manual winding, hacking with a date complication and a Moonphase complication. The watch is produced in stainless steel. Everything is polished on this very classic looking steel case. Ever so slightly domed sapphire crystal and an onion shaped crown. I must apologize for all the smudges, but this is a very polished and high polish classic looking watch, so it is a smudge magnet. Here you see the beautiful movement with the Geneva striping on this big bridge. Then you see the skeletonized Frederique Constant rotor and the beautiful balance wheel. On the outer part of the dial we have this beautiful perlage and also under the balance wheel. The watch has 50 meters of water resistance. The strap is a high quality luxury blue alligator strap and you get a really nice deployment buckle. It is very easy to size to your wrist because you can just put the keeper here into the holes of the strap. It took only a few days, then the strap was soft and really nice to wear. So getting back to the dial, you see we have these high polished shark tooth style hour markings. Then we have really nice alpha style hands with a very pointy, thin second hand, a beautiful Moonphase, and I will show you in the right lighting. It is actually light blue, maybe you can just sense it here. It very easy becomes dark blue, but it is actually light blue in the lighting. You see the moon on the left side and you see the white beautiful stars. And then you have the date complication with this small hand here, down at 6 o'clock. I really do like the dial layout and I do like that they kept the printing to a minimum, just Frederique Constant, Geneva. The watch has really nice measurements, both modern but also classic, so it measures 39.8 millimeters in diameter, 45.6 millimeters only lock tip to lock tip, and here you see the shiny side of the case, 12 millimeters in thickness. It has a 20 millimeter lock opening and the crown it measures 6.1 millimeters. Just see how the light plays with this kind of toned down sunburst blue dial. I really enjoy how it plays with the light because it's very subdued. It's not like this super shiny sunburst. Very classic, very classy. So this is not an inexpensive watch. This is an in-house Geneva produced Swiss luxury watch. It is priced at 3,895 Swiss francs. That is approximately $4,095 US, or 3,675 euros. I paid approximately $3,700 brand new from an Italian online dealer, so have a look at Chrono24 and places like that if you're certain you want to buy this watch. Now a little about the brand, which was also why I was a little bit hesitant buying this watch and why I now feel a little bit silly. Frederique Constant is based in Geneva in Switzerland, and it is a very young brand established in 1988. The name is taken from the couple who actually established the brand, and they were very inspired by classic Swiss watches. Especially a brand like Patek Philippe is definitely a big inspiration for Frederique Constant. It was also why I was a bit hesitant with this watch and the brand, because I think they were a little too inspired. They offer kind of the same designs without being homages or copies or anything like that, but very inspired as bigger luxury Swiss brands like Patek Philippe, for example. But they offer the watches of high quality at much lower prices. I'm not a huge fan of homage watches, but I think that with such classic designs, and this is not an homage of any watch, it's kind of a mixture between different watches, and that is very interesting with a brand like Frederique Constant, because they produce these kind of timeless, classic, non-dangerous, not too fashion-oriented watches, which has a long lifespan because they will never go out of fashion, in my opinion. A lot of watches will look dated, a statement of their time, maybe even a little bit funny when you look at them in 20 or 25 or 30 years time. This one will not, in my opinion. Here you see the Frederique Constant Classic Moonphase Date 2024 model on my 17 centimeter wrist circumference. It is definitely not a small watch, and you do get a lot of real estate because of the dial. You have a very slim, polished bezel. But I think it's the perfect everyday classic looking watch. It is of course not a sports watch in any way. It is an everyday classic watch, and I must say I really do enjoy wearing this watch. I enjoy looking at it because it's so classic and it's so beautiful with the Moonphase. And now it's winter where I live, and it just really fits winter time with this classic, beautiful complication. Now, the brand was bought in 2016 by Citizen, so today it's actually owned by Citizen. But what has happened since is that they actually did increase quality and actually increase the production of manufacturer movement, so they are not becoming a cheaper brand, they're actually becoming a more high-end brand, in my opinion. So let me just very quickly give you the biggest pluses and biggest minuses. Let's start with the minuses. I do think that the watch is a little bit thick for what it is. Of course you have a Moonphase complication, but I would have wished it was a little bit thinner. The other thing, and I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, it is a smudge magnet. You feel you can't even look at this watch before it becomes smudged. And maybe it becomes a little too simple, a little too boring for a lot of people's tastes, but for me, and I'm a huge fan of sports watches, it fits perfectly into my personal collection, having a classic blue, beautiful Swiss-made Moonphase watch. Now, the pluses. It is a classic, it's a timeless classic, and the watch overall is a top quality watch. This is a luxury watch. If you had another brand name on the dial, it would probably cost 6, 7 or 8,000 US dollars. But because Frederique Constant, they have placed themselves in the price tier where they have placed themselves, you get a high quality watch at not very much money. Everything just screams quality. There's nothing about this watch which hasn't been thought about, which hasn't been carefully produced. So all in all, I can definitely recommend this watch. And I do get nice accuracy from the in-house FC 716 movement, approximately 4 seconds plus per day, which I'm perfectly happy with. So I hope you enjoyed the review of this new beautiful classic watch. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. I will see you very soon again. Thank you. Bye.